Energy healing has become a fast-growing area of alternative and integrative medicine. There are a number of different modalities, each with their own approach. Many of them emphasize the correction of imbalances in the client's energetic pattern, which will then be reflected in the healing of physical or emotional issues. Energy healers come from all walks of life, from shamans and holy men whose gifts come as the result of long years of spiritual practice, to working business professionals who discover at some point in their life how to manage the energy within their own biofield in a way that can be helpful to others. One such business professional turned energy healer is Dr. Marijo Puleo, an organizational psychologist and business management consultant who discovered a deep interest and ability within herself as an energy healer. We talked with Dr. Puleo about her work in energy healing.
We're seeing more and more people these days get involved in various types of healing modalities, as if people have understood that traditional Western medicine, while it's very good at certain things and can certainly get you out of a trauma situation, has its limitations when it comes to looking at the whole person or the whole organism.
In some of these other energy modalities, there are doctors and nurses and psychologists and other professionals who are showing up and helping to do that important work of blending those two. Right. And creating those bridges. Right now we're bridging science and mysticism, and seeing that now our instruments are sophisticated enough that we can see the interaction. Energy healing and traditional medicine is making some of the same bridges.
Sure. And it's more a matter of complementarity rather than this is an alternative to that, although there are some things where I'm sure you do have alternatives.
Well, it's more than complementary, it's integrated.
Okay.
My dream is that it becomes much more integrated.
So it's not like you're doing this now and now you're doing this. It's like,
correct.
No, you're getting healed. And there's many ways we do that, some of which are like setting your bones and giving you blood work, and some of which are doing energy healing.
But also realize that doctors have their own consciousness. Nurses have their own consciousness. The medical field has its own consciousness template that they're operating from.
Right.
And the more that we integrate and inform and work together to affect that consciousness, we can advance all of healing together.
Right.
And create that bridge of informing each other and working together. We can create more awareness in the medical field.
Right.
And there's a lot of like healing touch and other modalities that are in there, and bridge and integrate with other energetic forms.
Right. Because the goal, after all, of all healers is to heal, is to restore wholeness or integrity.
The goal of all clients is to restore wholeness and integrity. We just support them.
Right.
And it's an important point, because the more that we are responsible for our own health, the faster we can create healing.
Right. Rather than the model of saying, oh, please, someone else outside of me, come heal me.
Yes.
I'm just a passive receiver of this.
Correct. It's an empowerment model.
Being a participant.
Well, it's not just a participant. You're responsible for your own healing.
So if you're going to do energy healing with other people, you have to pay attention to your own energy field itself.
Yes.
Because it's a system, if you will, not just me doing something to you, right, in the model of that.
Exactly. Well, and I am not a healer per se.
Sure.
What I do is I'm a catalyst for your own healing.
Right.
And by managing my own energy field and being very adept at that, it can help facilitate your healing.
I see.
So it helps me, if I'm interacting with your energy and I'm not aware of that, it can exacerbate or complicate what's going on for you.
Sure.
So by learning how to manage my own energy, I can actually facilitate for you and create a very, very safe container for you to do your work. And it's very, very deep, transformative, amazing work that happens. It's magic. And
wow.
it's an honor to be able to work with people in this way.
Okay.
It's an empowering model, and I think that's the awareness that we are helping the medical field with.
Right.
Because some people heal and some people don't. You did the same thing. Well, there's that energy consciousness and awareness of being responsible for my own healing and taking that ownership, and I'm going to use these resources, including surgery and pharma, the pharma and all these other energy modalities, and I'm going to bring that together to create my own healing path, including psychology, and that's where I think we get to true health.
Right, and to allow the awareness of other things to come in to our field, so that we say, yeah, that's not woo-woo, that's not wacky. In fact, there's lots of scientific evidence, which is what's going on now, is that more and more of the people who are working in energy medicine are working to verify and make sure that there's actually very solid scientific evidence supporting this. And that's emerging, obviously, more and more. So it's impossible for any real scientist to ignore that evidence and say there's nothing there. No, there's clearly something there. It's a matter of now expanding the paradigm so that it's inclusive of all of that.
Yes, and the better that we get at our methodologies for measuring, the better we can do that, and the better we are as healers in consistently applying our disciplines.
Right.
I think that also helps increase the credibility of what it is.
Exactly. So being able to do something like test the body's bioenergy field, let's say before a healing, and then do a healing and see what's the actual effect on the bioenergy field, because this is something we can measure reliably now and get a picture of that.
Oh, and I wholeheartedly advocate that we do that work. It's so important.
You're watching Connective Alchemy. We'll be right back.